Now that Aegislash is finally out, I'm gonna play, test and see how good this Pokemon is actually. Going for some Masters gameplay. For the battle item I'm using Full Heal, and for the held items I'm using Muscle Band, Focus Band and Body Barrier. I think that's a pretty solid build for this Pokemon. I've heard some people say it's good, this Pokemon is bad. We're about to find out and I'll give my honest opinion about it. So buckle up, buckaroos. Let's get started. So starting off with this Lillipup, we're gonna do the basic jungle pattern. And the other ability for Aegislash, it's gonna be an offensive ability, and the other one is going to be defensive ability. And depending which stance ability you're using, that's where the stance is going to change. So you're gonna have more defensive stats going if you use the defensive ability, Iron Defense, at the early game. But if you change to Shadow Sneak, you get that more offensive capabilities going on. But the early game clear seems to be pretty solid. Getting down this final crab, we're gonna take the Sacred Sword. We're also gonna evolve and go for the 850Bs. But there's gonna be the enemy here, so just need to be careful. I'm gonna back off using the Sacred Sword. It has that built-in mobility, which is good. 850B is gonna come up, and this dive is a bit risky. They put the slow smoke, so I full heal this. The allies weren't really up to the task, so I didn't want to overextend that encounter. So I head back to jungle. The buffs are gonna reset anyways, so we go there. Please do keep in mind these buffs have 1 minute respawn timer. You don't want to leave, as a jungler, you don't want to leave these buffs unoccupied for way too long. And I don't know what's this Squirtle's problem. Why did he want to steal the buff? If you play lane, you don't come and steal the jungler's buffs. That's just cringe, dude. You're making harm to your teammates. I decided to try gank this bottom lane, seeing that there could be a possibility to get this guy. And the damage is decent, but they just hit so hard that I'm gonna get blown instantly. It was kind of a bad move to go 1 versus 2 there, given the fact the top lane was probably feeding so hard at this point that they just had the edge, and was bad one to go. But it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta try make the impossible happen. Getting this crab and then heading for the 720Bs. It seems that they got some value in the bottom lane. So that's good, that's good. Cinderace has the double buffs going, so that's awesome. And the damage is actually pretty okay, as you can see. We got this Lucario cleared pretty decently. And scoring is gonna be a bit risky here, because I don't have score sheet, but we do get that 24 points in. That's really good. And we do get this Gabite as well. Nice. That's a good that we get the tier 1 goal. It's gonna be harder for the enemy to contest for the Dreadnought. But the fight's gonna break up here, and I'm gonna stay sort of there in their backline and see if I can make the pressure happen. At least we do get their Aegislash, so that's awesome. Heading back to this Dreadnought. But we first gonna get this Lucario. That's good. Really, really good. Now there should be no contest here, so we go to this Dreadnought. And as you can see clearly now, when I use the Iron Head, the Aegislash is gonna attack with its shield. But if I change to Sacred Sword, it's gonna be visibly clearly noticed that, oh, he actually is gonna hit with the sword abilities, the offensive capabilities. It's most well witnessed in the final form. With the earlier forms, it's not as noticeable. So I don't know if that's intentional from Timmy, but I don't know. But at least it's very noticeable here now. Also, I'm liking the Unite move on this Pokemon, but the issue is that the hitbox is kind of like a spaghetti-like. As you can see, it's very, very thin, and it's hard to hit multiple opponents with that, despite having that AoE thing, which is a good thing. And the fact that it seems to recharge relatively fast, it's also a good thing. Look, I'm already at 26%, so that's good, that's good. But ideally you would like to get some crowd control paired up with Aegislash's Unite move to get that proper utilization going, cause yeah, the hitbox is super narrow, so do keep that in mind. We get the Cinderace for some extra pressure, that's nice, but there's no Dreadnought, there's no Rotom, so we keep just farming down the remainers of the Pokemon in the map. It seems to be pretty cleared at this point, but it is what it is. They have some shenanigans going on the bottom. Cinderace is gonna get that pick, that's really good. And for some stupid reason, they wanna go chase for this tier 2 goal. I don't think this is necessary to stay here at all. Guys, just come back. We could set up an ambush on this bush and just wait them. Wait them to come. You don't want to overextend, because if you do overextend, they can just return to their goal, and you don't have necessarily the damage to back it up. They are fighting way too far there. So guess what? I have to go with these people. I have to do this bad commit, because the Cinderace thinks he's a god after he got a couple picks. I'm using the Unite move just to get that body barrier going, but they just have way too many people. That's a good example of why you don't overcommit to the tier 2 goal. That's just pure cringe, man. You should just stay on back on the bush or something and set up an ambush there. But it is what it is. It's solo queue. Sometimes you get bad teammates. Sometimes you get horrible teammates. So it comes down to RNG as well. So they get the Dreadnought, obviously. It's a little unlucky, but we have to live with that. The Rotom is gonna get taken care of as well. And I also wanted to point out that with the Sacred Sword, you can go through walls, which is nice. That little mobility boost given up. As you can see here, I can go through this little wall, and that's awesome, awesome. Little extra goodies, so you can know. But yeah, I think honestly that the Sacred Sword plus Iron Head are the best 2 abilities for this Pokemon. My opinion could change down the line, but this is more of a first impression kind of thing, because hey, this Pokemon got released today, so I can't know everything. Okay, so so we just have to keep farming. Ideally, I would like to be level 13 for the Zappy Zap, but we'll see how the game's gonna go. Obviously, the teammates gonna feed. We're really struggling. Well, what can you do? What can you do? If the teammates are bad, they are bad. But I just keep farming. I ignore the bad teammates. I'm gonna get these bees, but the A9 is gonna contest. Let's see how this fight's gonna go. I engage with the Sacred Sword and switch to Iron Head for that defensive thing. Back to the Sword stance, and you can see the damage is actually pretty good. At least melting the squishy boy here, Mr. A9. And trying to chase down this Lucario as well. And can I make this? There's gonna be another Sacred Sword coming up. The Focus Band is gonna proc, that's good. Can we get the mirror? Ah, oh, so close, so close. The body barrier shield is just overwhelming at this point. I'm kind of getting sandwiched at this point. That's a little bad. We are level 13, that's good. Hopefully the people can come to the initiation, and the Unite move damage is actually not too bad. We're gonna get triple kill for the Cinderace. So good thing going up, good thing going. Can we get this A9? Yes, we can. And it's only this Aegislash remaining. But the issue is that they're already respawning, and the allies are not capitalizing on this situation. Like, they should be doing the zap, because they had so many people dead. I was taking the front line, peeling and preventing the enemies to enter the pit. But it took way too long time for the people to go to the zap. And look, they're already respawning, and we're barely got the 50% out of zap. So I just take a step back and try to actually kill the people here. But Lucario's gonna steal it, of course, because the team was way too slow capitalizing on the situation. We sort of won the team fight, but people hesitating too much, it causes us to lose. But my TLDR for Aegislash, I do like the damage, I do like this Pokemon on paper. I really do, I really do. But it could be that this maybe requires some tuning up to really shine on its own. I don't think it's as bad as Trevenant when it got released. It's definitely not as weak. And maybe down the line, when people do get to play this Pokemon more, they get more experienced, then they can fully utilize it. But as for now, I'm kind of 50-50. Let me know down in the comments what do you think. Do you think this Pokemon is balance-wise good as it is? Or do you think this Pokemon is terrible, like Trevenant in its release date? I'm curious to know, so hit that comment below. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, a thumbs up will be appreciated. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.